look at Angels and the Astros. For the Astros, this will be their home opener. The Astros and the A's, the last two teams to have their home openers. So tonight in Houston, 7:10 Central Time, 8:10 on the East Coast, and the Astros $1.51 favorite. The total in this game is 9, and taking the hill will be Luis Garcia for the Astros and Michael Lorenzen going for the Angels. Garcia, 4 solid innings, 4 scoreless innings last time out in Arizona. No runs, 2 hits in that victory. Lorenzen got the win, looked okay in this situation. So here we go tonight. The Angels and the Astros are going to meet again when they just met in Anaheim to kick off the season last week. Now it's the Astros' turn for a home opener here. Myself, I do like the Astros in this position here. I like them in this home opener situation. And let's make a note here as well, too, that Mike Trout got injured yesterday, got hit on the wrist. He is listed as day-to-day, questionable tonight. So, again, betting this game, wait an hour or two before maybe the lineups are announced here and see if Trout is anchored in that lineup at that number 2 spot. But for me, guys, I do like the Astros in this situation, especially bouncing back off of their loss at Seattle last night. Home opener. I think it's going to be a good game here for the Astros, and I do like Garcia against the Angels. Jeff?
Yeah, I got to be honest. I felt like this total struck me a bit high. Obviously, both teams are obviously we know Houston's very good offensively. Angels are starting to pick it up a little bit, but I'm interested to hear what BaseWinner thinks about Lorenzen. He hasn't been bad. I mean, quite honestly, the last year or two, he's actually been quite good. I'm big on Garcia. I think I backed him the last time he pitched in a winning effort, I believe. So, yeah, I felt like 9 was a bit high for these two. Obviously, we grade these groups out as high-end teams. You mentioned Mike Trout, probably not going to play tonight. Ohtani has struggled a little bit. Some of these big boppers in that lineup. I felt like 9 was a bit high for 2 pretty good pitchers with 2 decent bullpens behind them. I kind of like the under here a little bit.
Mark?
Yeah, to answer your question, Jeff, about Lorenzen, my long-term projections are not that high on him. I mean, I have him at 12% worse than the average pitcher, 129th out of 150 pitchers. If you take a look at his last time out, it was a good outing by my metrics, which is swinging strike percentage, 14.6 swinging strike percentage. Hard hit per 9 wasn't great. It was like about a 50 percentile, 48 percentile to be exact, 10.5 hard hit per 9 in that outing. And his control was okay. It was about 0.57, but really strong marks on the expected strikeout percentage at 81 percentile there. One of the things I'm starting to take a look at a little bit more this year is like a pure stuff metric. There's a guy, Eno Saris, he writes for The Athletic, and he's got really good numbers as far as their quote-unquote stuff, and it kind of measures the difference between fastball velocity, some pitch spins, some vertical movement, horizontal movement, all the stuff that would constitute stuff. And his outing was a 37 percentile based on the stuff. Garcia was a 43 percentile. I'm super high on Garcia. I've got him at 15th in baseball at 150 pitchers. His base winner number is 71. I priced this 2 ways. I priced it without Trout in the lineup. It was like minus 164. And I thought, yeah, that's a pass for me on that. But then taking Trout out of the lineup, he makes a huge difference, probably in this particular spot, because Trout hits right-handed pitchers better than left-handed pitchers, believe it or not. It's one of those weird splits. I priced it with Trout out of the lineup, and I'm coming up with like a minus 196. So I'm with TC on that. And I from what I've read, I don't think Trout's going to play tonight. So I'm thinking that I would side with that minus 196 as opposed to minus 164. Either way, there's a little bit of value on it. So TC, I think you're onto something here with this Houston team.
Yeah, we talked about Lorenzen last week too, and even though he went 6 innings last week, I'm still not sold on this guy. He's going to have to prove it to me. This guy's basically a career reliever with his time with the Reds here. I mean, you go back, this guy was a 1 inning and a 2 inning type of guy. So I know they're trying to make him a starter here, but I'm just I'm not seeing it. And, I was actually on him when he got that victory. And I thought, okay, here's a Fullerton State kid. He's coming back home. He's going to be juiced and that sort of thing. Now we're going to get back, on the road here with them. And I don't know. I do like the Astros here. I like Garcia, but much better than Lorenzen. So lock me in for the Astros tonight. and we'll see how this thing goes. And again, keep an eye on Trout. Again, not 100% confirmed either way whether he's going to play or not. Joe Madden said he is listed as day-to-day, did have the wrist injury, but we know that we've seen Madden kind of play things conservative with his superstars in the past, so we'll see. But I think Joe Madden's kind of tired of getting beat by these Astros over the last couple seasons as well, too. So if he can, have Trout in his lineup, he's probably going to try to put him in here tonight. And like you said, he's formidable against right-handed pitching. So we'll see. But I do like the Astros minus 151 in their home opener.